Today, we're going to build something really useful. Think of it as a mental and social toolkit packed with skills to help you handle, well, pretty much anything life decides to throw your way. So let's get into it. You know those moments, right? The pressure's on for a huge exam, you get some tough news about family, or you're stuck making a really hard choice. These are the moments that really test us. So how do we face them? How do we not just get through it, but actually handle it well? Well, the answer is all about building up something called psychosocial fitness. It's kind of like physical fitness, for your mind and your social skills. It's that inner strength that helps you make good decisions when things get tough, and even lets you turn those hard experiences into something positive. So let's open up our toolkit. The very first tool we're grabbing is creative thinking. Now, this isn't about being a great painter or musician. It's about looking at a problem and using what you've got to come up with new, clever ways to solve it. Let's see what that looks like in the real world. So say hello to Nalindu. He's just out for a walk with his friend Nipun, and he's carrying this plain, ordinary bamboo stick. Nothing special, right? Well, you'd be surprised. That simple stick is about to become a hero. And just like that, their path is blocked. There's this stream, and it looks way deeper and faster than they expected. Nipun's ready to just jump in, but Nalindu, he's thinking a little harder. And here's where that creative thinking kicks in. Nalindu doesn't see a walking stick anymore. He sees a measuring tool. He dips it in and finds out the water's about 3 feet deep. Way too risky. So they find a spot where the stream is narrower, and he uses that same stick to vault himself across, then helps his friend. Same tool, totally new use for it. Okay, a little later they hit another snag, although this one is a lot more delicious. They see a mango tree, but all the good fruit is way, way up high. No way they can climb it or reach it. So what does Nalindu do? He looks at that bamboo stick again, and it transforms one more time. Now, it's a projectile. He takes aim, throws it up into the branches, and bam! A couple of ripe mangoes fall right down. Problem solved, snack acquired. And this right here, what Nalindu says, this is the whole point. His friend thinks the stick is magic, but Nalindu knows better. The real magic wasn't in the bamboo, it was in his ability to see what it could be. It all comes down to how you think. Okay, so creative thinking is huge. But what about when a problem is just too big for one person to handle alone? Well, that's when we need to pull out tool number 2, solving problems together. Working as a team, especially with your family, is absolutely crucial. Let's check out our next story. Here, we meet Niroda and Ruvanji. They get home from school one day, and you can just feel the stress in the air. Their dad has been rushed to the hospital, and their mom is completely overwhelmed trying to figure out how she's going to manage everything. Now, instead of adding to that stress, these kids became part of the solution. They came up with real, practical ideas. They suggested staying with their grandma to make things easier. They promised to keep up with their schoolwork on their own. They even started doing their own laundry and decided to put off a school trip to help save money. Everybody pitched in. And their story gives us a fantastic roadmap for handling any problem. First, you gotta believe it can be solved. Then, really dig in and understand what you're dealing with. Brainstorm a few different solutions. Don't just grab the first one. Pick the best one and go for it. And hey, it's okay to ask for advice. If it's a group problem, talk it out together. And the most important part, if your first idea doesn't work, don't sweat it. Just try another one. All right, on to tool number 3 in our kit. This one's all about stepping up. It's about taking the lead and making responsible choices that help not just you, but everyone around you. You know this scene, right? The teacher's out for the day and the classroom is turning into a total zoo. Kids are shouting, papers are flying, it's just chaos. It's the kind of situation that usually ends with everyone getting in trouble. But then, the class monitor, Malindu, decides to take charge. Instead of trying to yell over everyone, he sees the problem and comes up with a brilliant idea. He suggests they have a general knowledge competition and divides the class into 2 teams. And guess what? It worked like a charm. Suddenly, the class is focused, they're engaged, and it's totally quiet and productive. The principal even walks by, sees how well they're behaving, and praises the whole class. Malindu's responsible leadership turned a bad situation into a win for everyone. Okay, let's grab our final tool. And this is a big one, something we all have to deal with: stress. I mean, facing challenges is stressful by definition, but it's how we manage that stress that changes everything. This comparison is just perfect. Over here, you've got Nizam, the stressed-out crammer. He's pulling all-nighters, skipping sleep, cutting out everything fun, and he's so fried he can't even remember what he studied. But on the other side, you have Madhavan, the prepared planner. He's got a schedule, he makes time for rest and hobbies, and he actually uses a little bit of that stress to help him focus. It's a night and day difference, right? So the secret is building good habits before the stress really hits. We're talking about managing your time well, preparing ahead of schedule, getting some exercise every day, and actually getting enough sleep. It also means making time for your hobbies, for things that help calm your mind. These aren't just nice things to do. They are absolutely essential for performing your best. So there we have it. From a simple bamboo stick to a family emergency and a chaotic classroom, we've looked at 4 powerful tools. We've just finished putting together your personal psychosocial toolkit. So, just to recap, inside your new toolkit, you've got creative thinking, just like Nalindu and his amazing bamboo stick. You've got collaborative problem solving, like Naroda's family working together. You have acting with responsibility, which Malindu showed us in his class. And finally, coping effectively with stress, just like Madhavan. 4 tools for 4 very different kinds of challenges. So now this toolkit is yours. You have these 4 powerful skills ready to go. The next time life throws a challenge at you, big or small, just think about this kit. What does this situation need? Which tool are you going to reach for first?